Our only boys soccer senior is Mr. Hatcher Pickett, son of Brian and Lori Smith, and Wyatt Pickett. Next, for our cross-country seniors, we have Anna Baumforth, daughter of Randy and Jenny Baumforth. Megan Flees, daughter of Anthony and Paula Flees. J.T. Hoagland, son of Timothy and Bethany Hoagland. Our last cross-country senior is Isabella Salazar, daughter of Abel and Becky Salazar. Next for our volleyball seniors, first is Sydney Conjardo, daughter of Adam and Angie Conjardo. Next is Pinelli Estes, daughter of Laura Estes. Next we have Casey Johnson, daughter of Jeff and Gail Johnson.
You can roll the open if you'd like.
Daughter of Jennifer Akinduro.
Time already? Here we go.
Next we have Tara Rowland, daughter of Chad and Judy Shoemake. Our third dance. Our final cheer senior is Jada Outland, daughter of Johnny and Bill Outland. Our student athletic trainer senior is Ava Basolo, daughter of Faith Basolo and the late Mark Basolo. And last but not
Here we
least,
go.
our football seniors, we have Emerson Doan, son of Jack and Karen Doan.
Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Lions Field for senior night for the Carterville Lions as the Massac County Patriots come to town. This is week 7 of the high school. I'm Dave McKenzie, Keenan Clark alongside. And Jacob, if you could take programming out while we're talking, please. Massac County is here at Carterville. This is week 7, buddy.
Yeah, Coach Dial mentioned when he hit this 4-game homestand that he was hoping to secure a playoff spot before they had to take off and go to Murfreesboro and AJ to end the season, and 5 wins should do that, but a 6th win for the season. We could secure that tonight, and that would definitely put us in the book, so we'll have a spot reserved for us if we can get the W tonight.
Of course, Carterville coming off the loss in week 6 against Harrisburg last week. What a good ball game it was, Keenan. It was a tight game back and forth. Harrisburg goes down. Carterville's up 28-21. Harrisburg goes down and scores, and they have a decision. Are they going to kick the field goal and play for the tie and overtime, or do they go for 2? They went for 2 and converted and come away with a 29-28.
Went for the win. It was a gutsy move, but it was the right call whether they got it or not.
Carterville came up just a little bit short. They had a 4th and 4 from the 35-yard line of Harrisburg and just couldn't convert it. It was an incomplete pass, turnover on downs, gave it back to Harrisburg, and they closed out the game. The first loss of the season, Carterville 5-1 on the season, and coming into tonight, Massac County is 1-5 on the year. Their one loss came over Ballard Memorial in week 2, and that was a 28-7 win in that week 2 matchup. Carterville 5-1, and when you look at the conference standings, now that we're in the Ohio, and I always have to make sure I remember that we're in the Ohio division this year, Murfreesboro and Harrisburg are tied at 2-0 in conference. Carterville sets in 3rd at 1-1. Heron 1-2. Massac is 0-3. Now tonight you have Murfreesboro at Harrisburg. That is probably the game in Southern Illinois tonight.
That's definitely going to be a game to watch. If you're rooting for a Carterville championship in the conference, you're going to want Murfreesboro to win that one, and that way it's going to be in Carterville's hands to go to Murfreesboro and try to claim a share of that title. If Harrisburg wins it, it makes it a really, really difficult task to climb.
Absolutely. That Murfreesboro game for the Lions will be next Friday night. This is our pregame show here on News Radio WJPF, brought to you by SIU Credit Union. We're going to go on and take our first break, and when we come back, you're going to hear from the head coach of the Carterville Lions. That's Brett Dial. It's coming up next here. This is Lions football on News Radio WJPF.
record of 21-1. The boys will be playing only for the Class L state championship tomorrow at 1 p.m. at Rotary Park in Centralia. Members of this team include Lucas Owens, Dylan Barry,
Who are the girls going to be playing tomorrow?
Aiden Bullock,
I forgot.
Anson Anderson,
I can find out. I'll run in there next.
Jack Dodson, Carter Woods, Evan Johnson, Eaton Basolo, Hayden Lang, Braden Morse, Jasper Phillips, Levi Johnson,
Both games at 1 o'clock.
Tremendous Miller, Davion Bowen, Cameron Dinga, Hunter Mays, Alejandro Ruiz II, and last but not least, Drew Owens. The CJHS baseball team is
Can you feed us programming on Coach, please?
He's assisted by Andrew Dunn, Dave Boland, and Elijah Kine. We would also like to recognize our junior high softball team, who will compete for their 5th straight Class L title tomorrow at 1 p.m. in Centralia as well. The Lady Lions are currently 24-1 and will face Westland for the title. Members of that team include Peyton Epplehan, Makaya Crickman, Maren Elliott, Emmeline Ford, Reese House, Kendall Hendrickson, Allie Jones, Mason Pride, Ivy Morenzi, Allie Scott, Abigail Smith, Lainey Workman, Alexia Anderson, Grace Chapman, Violet Sager, Anna Hubbard.
Are we okay? We lost our feed.
Campbell Dial, Liberty Rollinson, and Gracie Street. The Carterville Junior High softball team is coached by head coach Cody Ashton, assisted by Mike Monjay, Amaya
All right,
Doyle,
can you give me a feed?
Phillip, and Maddie Rosenberry. The baseball and softball teams will be starting from the junior high at 10:30 a.m. tomorrow morning. The community is encouraged to line Division Street through town to show them your support. Both teams, good luck and go Lions!
Are we good? Are we in commercial break then? Are we in a commercial break then right now? Yep, go on and take a commercial. And then just bring it back to us. If there's ever a dropout where like you lose us for more than like 5-10 seconds, just go on and jump into a commercial till we reestablish. But so just go 90 here then. All good, dude. And then Brian showed you the bump music to play, right? To bring it back to us? Okay.
There we go.
Welcome back to Carterville High School, Lions Field. Dave McKenzie and Keenan Clark with you. And a lot of football games taking place around the region here this evening. Let's start first, Keenan, with river-to-river action. Of course, we talked about the game in the river-to-river tonight is Murfreesboro at Harrisburg. But on the other side of the division, in the divisions on the Mississippi side, you've got undefeated DuQuoin is on the road at Anna Jonesboro. That's a big game right there for the Indians.
What a season the DuQuoin Indians have had this year. I think people knew that they were kind of an upstart team. They were going to be decent, but they've come out and surprised everybody, including a Week 2 win at Harrisburg.
Absolutely. Benton on the road, cross-county rival, West Frankfort Redbirds. We faced the Redbirds and wound up winning 12-8 on the road at West Frankfort. So a big test for the Benton Rangers tonight, and they need a win just to keep going and try to pick up some playoff points.
Yeah, they're one of the teams that
Edwards County taking on Carmine White County, El Dorado, and Cesar-Valier. Flora is at Hanco. Christopher is at Fairfield. Cahokia Conference will feature Dupo at Chester, Westland at Redbud, Mater Dei at Althoff, Columbia at Salem, Freeburg at East Alton Wood River, and it'll be Central taking on Roxana this evening. For the Carterville Lions, the ESPN poll that came out this week. Last week, number 1 after the big win over Ogden. This week, they fall to number 4. Murfreesboro takes over the top spot. Then in the number 2 slot, the 6-0 DuQuoin Indians. Then you have Harrisburg that beat Carterville. Carterville sitting in that 4 slot. Johnston City having a fantastic year, and they're in the 5th slot.
Yeah, and you've got a nice spread of teams. You've got some Ohio Division teams, Mississippi Division teams spread in there, and then you've got a Black Diamond team still sitting in the top 5. So good job for the Johnson City Indians this year to put themselves in a position to be in a good place come playoff time.
Absolutely. Both teams, Massac County is on the far side of the field, and we are awaiting the Lions to make their way out of the locker room. They're getting their final instructions from Coach Brett Dial and his coaching staff as tonight Carterville looks to rebound from the loss a week ago to the Harrisburg Bulldogs. And let's talk about, what are you wanting to do tonight if you're Coach Brett Dial?
Well, I think you want to kind of reestablish what you've been doing earlier in the year. Sometimes when a game like that comes along, you get yourself in a situation where you see, all right, well, this isn't working anymore, or teams are figuring this out or that out. So what you want to do is just kind of reestablish and get back to the basics, and hopefully you come out of this with a win and you come out healthy and you're got a little momentum going into your Week 8 matchup at Murfreesboro.
Absolutely. And for Massac County, what do you expect out of them tonight?
Well, Massac has, like we said, they've struggled a little bit this year. They do have an athletic quarterback who can make things happen. He can throw a little bit. He can run a little bit, similar to what we saw from West Frankfort, though they probably don't carry the manpower up front that Frankfort has as far as the line of scrimmage is concerned. But really you're just hoping to contain the big play, which Carterville struggles with at times, but you want to contain the big play. And Murfreesboro certainly just wants to keep Carterville's offense off the field.
Absolutely. So it's going to be the Massac County Patriots and your Carterville Lions here this evening as the boys are out at the logo on the 50 as they just made their way out of the locker room. Massac County in their road white uniforms this evening. Carterville, they're going blue over blue tonight with the orange helmets as they have had their final congregation there at midfield. And we are going to go on and take the final break of our pregame show here, brought to you by the SIU Credit Union. When we come back, it's kickoff. It's Carterville Lion football coming up next on News Radio WJPF. So Jacob, roll commercials until the end of the anthem. So Bring it back after this. Welcome back to Lions Field. Happy Friday to you. Dave McKenzie and Keenan Clark are here with you as it is senior night for the Carterville Lions, week 7 of the high school football season, featuring the Massac County Patriots here taking on your Carterville Lions. National anthem is done, Keenan, and I think we're going to see a game tonight, I think kind of like what we saw against, who did was it? We came out and went no huddle. I just drew a blank real quick. I got to find my sheet.
Are you talking to the St. Joe game?
Yes.
Well, let's not kid ourselves.
Heron.
Yeah.
The way Heron came out against the Heron Tigers.
Carterville's the overwhelming favorite tonight. I think Carterville knows it. Massac probably knows it, but that doesn't mean you don't have to go out and play the game.
Yep.
And you don't want to get sloppy. You don't want to get bad habits. Stay sharp, like we said earlier. Stay with your basics, know what you do well, and execute those things, and you'll take care of business tonight if you're the Carterville Lions.
I think what I trying to get at was the tempo, the way they went up tempo, no huddle. I think we'll probably see that here tonight. Also, I want to say thanks to Katie Dial for the food.
Fantastic.
Mama Dial's listening, so we want to give.
Yep.
And I said Katie's my favorite Dial.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Chilly tonight. She got the weather to cooperate.
She did.
A perfect night, but we have a packed press box here at Carterville this evening. So we're getting you set. Carterville is going to have the football to start off here tonight. Thank you for tuning in and listening here on News Radio WJPF, and you can also go to YouTube and you can watch the game from right there. The kickoff is taken right at the 16-yard line. Nick Bishing was the receiver back, and he lost his footing and fell down on it. So that's where Carterville is going to start here with just underway at Carterville.
Looks like junior Chance Myers is going to start out in the backfield for the Lions. It's kind of been a revolving door back there for a while, but he's really played well the last couple of weeks and has earned some extra snaps back there.
Well, and I talked with Aiden Hinton moments ago. As the Lions snap the ball, first play is the pass out near side. Braden Wakey has it as he bangs his way down to about the 23-yard line. Aiden had surgery, successful surgery here just a couple of weeks ago. He's just kind of recovering from the surgery and said hopefully he'll be able to start his rehab here before long. But I was glad to see him before the game tonight.
And you hate that happens to Aiden because he does work hard. He's a good athlete, wants to contribute, and he's missed now his junior and senior year as a result.
Carry and bottled up nicely by the Massac County defenses on the carry for the Lions. It was Chance Myers, and he was stopped right at the 20, so it's actually going to be a loss of about 2 as the ball is at the 22-yard line.
He was hit immediately by Dylan Fairchild right after he picked up the ball, but it didn't take long before 3 other Patriots found him.
3rd and 5 from the 23-yard line for the Lions. Skelcher claps the hand. He rolls out. Wants to throw. Throws it across the middle. Has a man there. Diving catch, but it's incomplete. Just below us is the intended receiver was Riley Crane for the Carterville Lions. So on this first possession, Keenan, Carterville's going to be put into a punt situation.
Well, what you don't want to see is you don't want Carterville to get complacent and just think, well, we'll just come out here and play and we'll win this game. Quickly, you're in a 3-and-out situation where you're going to have to turn the ball back over to Massac. So, you really need to establish and not get too fancy here early on. Just take care of business and get the ball moving down the field.
Chris Garnett is the deep man for the Patriots as he stands at the 35 awaiting the punt. Punt is bobbled and coming away with it. Wakey gets to the outside, has a first down and more, and Carterville is going to maintain possession. And some good fortune there for the Carterville Lions as Wakey just couldn't pick up the snap, and he's able to get outside and pick up the first down.
There's a flag on the play.
Probably will be a hold then, where it's at.
The snap was a little slow getting back there. It just kind of floated, and Wakey had to step up for it. The ball hit the turf, and by the time he picks it up, there was no way he could punt the ball, so his only option was to tuck it and get around the end.
So they march off the penalty. It is a hold against the Lions. And so it'll be 4th down once again, and that's going to back them up even more as they set the ball down at the 12-yard line. So it's after the hold, 4th and 16 now from the 12 for Carterville. Butter snap, gets the kick away. It's a low liner, hits at about the 42 and rolls into Massac territory, where it is killed right there at about the 41-yard line. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating in Carterville. They are your York dealer and proud to serve the region for over 40 years. Find out more. You can go to charliesairandheat.com.
Much better snap by Owen Stevenson that time. He's the backup long snapper. The long snapper is Braden Wakey. But Jamison Jones is unavailable right now, so Braden has taken over the punting duties, which means Owen has to snap. So that second one was much more on the mark and better job.
Patriots have it at their own 40-yard line. They have 2 running backs in the backfield. Quarterback is Chris Garnett, and they'll switch out. They'll run a little wildcat. It's the give to running back, and he's out to about the 41-yard line on the carry.
Wakey and Chandler Jones wrapped him up as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage. I'm not sure anybody even touched Wakey coming off the end.
Nathan Myers, the carrier for the Patriots. So it's 2nd down and 9 after the gain of 1 from the 41-yard line. Once again, Chris Garnett, the quarterback, the junior. Left and right running backs, 2 receivers to the far side. This time, ball is bobbled coming out of the backfield right at the 41-yard line. And on the carry, number 24, Dylan Fairchild, just was able to hold on to it. Carterville just snuffed it out. 3rd down now and 9 from the 41-yard line.
Yeah, not much luck so far for the Patriots trying to run the ball between the tackles here. Their offensive line is not a big group. They seem a little quicker than some of the lines that we've seen, but they're just not an imposing group up there in the front. So hopefully our defensive line can get some depth and feast a little bit tonight.
Garnett from the shotgun now. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. They're moving right to left on the radio dial. Garnett drops back, has some pressure, rolls away, going to keep it out across the 40 to the 45 near the 50, and he's run out of bounds at the Carterville 47-yard line. They'll officially mark it at the 49, and that's enough to move the chains for the Patriots and give them their first down of the game.
Emerson Doan got deep into the backfield when they were trying to pass. There wasn't anything available for a quarterback, but he took an extra step, got around Doan, and when he turned the corner, we saw why he's their most dangerous threat.
Takes the snap again, gives it to his running back. That's Myers. That is Nathan Myers.
Looks
and
like
Carterville comes away with it. Fumble on the line. I didn't see where the ball came out, but Carterville came away with it clean and carried it all the way down inside the 5-yard line for the Carterville Lions.
Looks like that was Bishing that came up with the ball. I'm sorry, Andrew Johnson that came up with the ball is who it looks like. I don't know if they just stripped it from him or if it was bobbled and dropped. I don't think the ball ever hit the ground because I never saw anybody go down there for it. But he just takes the ball from him and runs it another 80 yards. That's what Carterville needs right there. A little shot in the arm. Get this offense moving downhill here.
1st and goal from the 7. And they're waiting on Chance Myers to get into the play. He gets into the backfield, sets up on the left hip of this quarterback, Skelcher. Puts a man in motion across the line of scrimmage. It's the give to Myers, cuts it off right guard, and brought down inside the 5 to about the 2-yard line. So Carterville's looking at 2nd and goal, a gain of 5 from the 2-yard line.
He ran into the tackler, Nathan Myers. I think he was just about 1 step away from taking that into the end zone. He needed 1 more cut. Didn't see the opening on the outside, but still good enough gain to get you in a situation to score.
So it's 2nd and 2, 2nd and goal from the 2. Again, Myers the running back. It's the little pitch to Bishing. Bishing gets a block, cuts it up into the end zone. Touchdown for the Carterville Lions. At the 8:24 mark here of the first quarter, Carterville on the board. They lead it 6-0.
There's a play that we haven't seen much. We even talked about that earlier in the year. We haven't seen the sweep a whole lot. We're pitching it to the runner out of the motion. And right there, we got the ball to Bishing. You get it to one of your playmakers, and he made the play.
6-0 here at the 8:24 mark of the first quarter. Carterville on top as Out to do the kicking is Riley Crane, setting up for the extra point. And they get the Patriots the jump. That's Keenan's favorite play.
Every week.
Of every week. They get Carterville's special teams. They'll move the ball up to the 1. As taking the kicking tee to the face was Cole Sims as he ran onto the field.
They threw the block. For those of you who couldn't see it, they threw the kicking block over to the sideline. Cole Sims was coming out there because we're running our offense, and he had to swat it away like it was like the bees were after him there.
Carterville setting up for the 2-point conversion here as Skelcher comes out. Myers is the running back. 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. That's Wakey on the near side. Coming across is Bishing in motion. Skelcher rolls to his right, throws it, and the 2-point conversion is completed on the pass to Nick Bishing. Carterville leads it 8-0 at the 8:24 mark here in the first quarter. This is Lions football on News Radio WJPF. Hey, everybody online. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Welcome back to Carterville High School. Dave McKenzie, Keenan Clark here. Carterville just scored on the 2-yard touchdown run from Nick Bishing. And the Lions, after the 2-point conversion, lead it 8-0. Crane setting the ball up to kick it off from the 40-yard line. And the Patriots send 3 back deep. They stand at about the 5-yard line. The kick is taken at about the 15-yard line, out across the 20 to the 25 to about the 28-yard line. That's where he's gang tackled right there. And so that's where the Patriots are going to take over here with 8:17 remaining in this first quarter.
Malachi McGee, Braden Reinhardt, a couple of guys in on that tackle. Brings the Carterville defense out here with about a little over 8 minutes to go in the first quarter already with a nice lead sitting under the belt.
So the defense will go to work for the Lions. Here come the Patriots as they break the huddle. Quarterback Chris Garnett. They send 2 receivers out to the far side, 1 here on the near side. Dual running backs in the backfield with Garnett. He asks him to step up a half a step. Claps the hands, gives it to number 20. That's Cameron Skinner. And Carterville drops him in the backfield for a loss of about 5 on that carry. Great penetration there by the Lions D.
Yeah, they had Luke Johnson and Zach Miller. Johnson made first contact. Also had Van Horn. Peyton Van Horn back on defense again here. Have you noticed that? We've got him returning and playing on this side of the ball. It's going to be a good pickup, a little added depth there at that position.
Outstanding. That means he's healthy. That's why he's out there. So a loss of 4 on that play for the Patriots. 2nd and 14 from their own 24-yard line. This time now Garnett looks to throw and actually keeps it and is buried at about the 21. So on this drive, Carterville's D's coming back as they have back-to-back losses. Riley Crane in on the tackle for the Lions. So now a loss of 2 on that one. It's bringing up 3rd and 16. The ball is at the 22-yard line.
Patriots are having a little trouble getting the offense sparked. Their one positive gain or significant gain was when the quarterback was flushed out of the pocket and he got around the end and turned the corner and picked up about 7 or 8. But other than that, they've not even shown signs of getting the spark here.
So it's 3rd and 16 now from the 22. Garnett looks to throw. Throws it incomplete. Didn't even see who the intended receiver is. But to bring up more on your point there, Keenan, about trying to get the offense going. Unfortunately for the Patriots, they've suffered 3 shutout losses in a row. 49-0 against Murfreesboro, 41-0 against Harrisburg, and last week Heron tapped them for 48 points. So 3 consecutive losses. Massac on the season has scored 28 points total.
Yeah, and that's just their defense isn't quite good enough to sustain that type of inadequacy on the offensive side.
So they get the punt away, taken at the 43-yard line, and fair catch called by Nick Bishing. That's where the Lions have it here with 6:42. Lions lead it 8-0. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 702, a proud supporter of Lions sports. Dedicated to providing a better lifestyle for members and a better life for all. So Carterville.
Seems like there was a little bit of a delay getting the ball set and getting the team switched out there. At one point in time, Coach Dial was all the way out in the middle of the sea on the field. I don't know what they were trying to get done out there.
Lions have it 1st and 10 from their own 45 here. And it's the give, and brought down right at the line of scrimmage on the carry was Amon Cozy. Cozy's had a quiet couple of weeks as Peyton Van Horn and Chance Myers were picking up the majority of the carries. But he's back in the backfield now on the hip of Brandon Skelcher. Gain of 1. It's 2nd and 9 from the 46-yard line.
I'm not sure that it impacted that pass. That's not what I'm saying, but there's a little bit of a breeze. It could impact the deep ball a little bit. On that one, Bishing was wide open. Any pass that was catchable was probably going to be a touchdown if he puts something he can handle. But, when you're a quarterback and you're good and you want to throw the ball, you want to throw it sharp. You don't want to get lazy and just float balls out there. So I think he was throwing it like he would throw it in any game.
3rd and 9 from the 46. Looks to throw again. Throws it across the middle. It's caught out there by Emerson Doan as he breaks away to the 5. Touchdown for the Carterville Lions. And that is going to be a 54-yard touchdown pass to Emerson Doan.
He showed some signs last week. We saw Emerson Doan catch a couple of passes. He did a couple of nice catches in traffic, and then this one the ball was up high, and he jumps up, catches it at the high point, comes down, and he outran all the Patriots to the end zone. There was a chase on there, but he showed some speed at the end of that as well.
Yeah, it's nice to see him pick up that touchdown, a 54 touchdown yard pass from Brandon Skelcher to Emerson Doan. Riley Crane on for the extra point. The hold from Skelch gets, the snap was way high. Riley Crane throws it up, and it is incomplete, so Carterville can't convert the extra point. And right now, it is 14-0. Carterville here with 5:59 remaining in the first quarter. We'll be back here on News Radio WJPF. $14-0 is our score. The Carterville Lions lead the Massac County Patriots here this evening, and
it was, like I said, it was good to see Doan get some catches. If you look at that, Carterville is just extending the arsenal a little bit, moving forward. Now we've had touchdown catches this year from Bishing and from Crane and Wakey and Poole and Watts and now Doan. Like, how are you going to defend them when everybody's out there and healthy and on the field?
Updating a couple of scores, it looks like DuQuoin has an early lead on Anna Jonesboro here this evening. Collinsville leads Marion 14-0. The kickoff is taken by the Patriots out across the 25-yard line right down to the 25, and that's where they're going to start. There's 5:53 remaining here in this first quarter. Flora leads Hamilton County 8-6. That's a first quarter score. 8-0 here at, 14-0 here at Carterville. Patriots have it. 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. as the quarterback, Chris Garnett, from the shotgun. He has 3 receivers left side, 1 out to the far side, claps his hands, throws it out. The screen was overshot as the intended receiver was number 36 out there, Chance Miller. And ball falls to the turf. It is 2nd down and 10.
It wasn't a poorly designed play. He came inside, was open, had the pass connected. He probably had a chance to get some decent positive yards on that. I don't think the field was wide open, but he certainly had some space to work with. But the overthrow didn't give him a chance to make that play.
Benton leads West Frankfort 7-6. That's a first quarter score. 5:50 here on the clock. Garnett claps his hands, gets the ball, and it hit his receiver right square in the hands, and it was number 38, 36, I believe, Chance Miller.
So, same play. Exact same thing. Open that time. This time he did hit him.
It's number 38 on the jersey, but I don't have a 38 on my
Yeah,
roster.
I think you're right. I think it's supposed to be 36.
So Garnett's going to keep it this time. Zach Miller almost got to him. Or excuse me, not Zach Miller, but Luke Johnson almost got to Garnett as he got to the outside, but he picks up about 5 as he brought it to the near side. So the Patriots are facing a 4th down now. It's going to be a 4th and 5 as they have it out at the 30.
Again, another positive game with the quarterback running the ball, and we've seen some teams where the quarterback was not afraid to run, where they would set that up. Right now, he's just been running out of
field position as they're going to have it at the Patriot 41-yard line here with 5:32 remaining. This Lions broadcast brought to you by Steve and Rich's Barber Styling, a full-service salon on Division Street in Carterville. Open Tuesday through Friday from 8 until 5, Saturday from 8 until 2. Pre-game, we honored the Carterville Junior High and softball and baseball teams, and both teams playing tomorrow for state championships. Both teams playing at 1 p.m. Girls are going to be playing Westland, and the boys are going to be taking on Olney. How about those baseball, softball teams at the junior high? They're outstanding.
They are outstanding. The baseball team is 21-1. Softball team is 24-2, and going for state championship tomorrow. That's exciting.
Down the sideline for the Carterville Lions, and to about the 20. The 18-yard line. Nice carry out there by the Lions. Is getting to the outside was Amon Cozy for the Carterville Lions.
I mean, if you think about it, a lot of schools don't get to make it to a state championship game in any sport. And to have your boys and your girls teams go and make it all the way to the championship and have legitimate chance at winning, that's really exciting for the town.
That was Mason Watts on the carry. Now the long throw down the right side. Receiver is there. Touchdown! Caught by Carterville's Braden Wakey.
Wakey there was a man covering him, and Skelcher just threw up a 50-50 ball, but when you have Braden Wakey, it's not really 50-50. He's got position and put himself where he was the only one who could catch it, and then he just laid it on it when it comes down.
So the touchdown from Skelcher to Wakey here at the 5:02 mark.
That's mine.
And another bad snap, and here is Riley Crane way back at the 35-yard line. So the extra point is no good for the Lions. But Carterville leads it 20-0 here with 5:02 remaining in the first quarter. 20-0 our score. This is Lions football on News Radio WJPF. Hey, Jacob, go 60. Go 60 here, please.
Parker Windhorse is out there. Want me to tell you hi?
Oh, nice.
Massac County. Here's the kick.
Nice return for the Massac County Patriots, as it was Cameron Skinner on the return as he took it out near midfield out to actually to the Patriot 42-yard line. That's where Massac County is going to start. Already, this is going to be the fourth possession of this first quarter for the Patriots. So they have it with 4:54 remaining here in the first and 10 from their own 42-yard line.
Chance Myers on the tackle for the Lions, and had he not made that tackle, I'm not so sure that he wouldn't have saw the end zone on that.
20-0 is our score here at Carterville. And it's the give and a pickup of about 3 for the Patriots as they get it out to about the 46-yard line.
Nice job on that. Good dive play. I think they had a inside trap on that and got 4 yards. One of the more positive offensive plays.
Gain of 3 officially. Actually, gain of 4. It's 2nd and 6 officially. And the give is brought down right at the 35-yard line as another quarterback, Cameron Fairfield, was in that time. They'll kind of alternate between Fairfield, he's a sophomore, and Chris Garnett, the junior. So now Patriots are facing a 3rd down and 6 after the 1-yard gain from the own 46-yard line. They bring receiver to the near side. That's Chris Garnett. He's out here, right below us. Fairfield, the quarterback, drops back, looks to throw, has some pressure, throws it up, finds his receiver at the Carterville 45-yard line, and that's going to be enough to move the chains and a 1st down for the Massac County Patriots.
Nice throw and catch. Dawson Bassett coming in with that ball. He had Carterville defenders on him, but he went right up and made a nice grab out of the air. Massac's starting to show that they've figured a couple things out, starting to move the ball some now.
So from the 44-yard line of the Lions, Fairfield takes the snap, gives it to his running back, plows forward across inside the 40 before he's brought down. A pretty good chunk gain right there for the Patriots as they pick up 7, and they're looking at a 2nd down and 3 now.
A little bit of a personnel change now for the Carterville defensive line. I think they were getting Braden Wakely and Chandler Jones a little bit of a breather, and now they've been on their heels for the last 5 or 6 plays. So they've decided to bring these two back in, see if maybe they can plug the gap a little bit.
2nd and 4 from the 38 for the Patriots. Fairfield has Garnett here below us. There was all sorts of motion on that line. I thought it was early, but apparently not. No flags.
Well, the receiver on our side, I think, was unsure if he was supposed to be on the line of scrimmage or off the line of scrimmage. And he's still throwing his hands up like he's confused as to what happened. But he's got to be careful. Illegal formation is going to cost him 5 yards if he covers up an eligible receiver.
Patriots did pick up 1 yard on that play. So now it's 3rd and 3 from the 37. Garnett is the receiver here on the near side. He's right on the near hash. Fairfield, the quarterback, has 2 receivers to the far side. Looks to throw again, wants to find Garnett. Overshoots him and almost picked off by the Lions. And now it's going to be 4th and 3. You can assume that the Patriots are going to go for it here on this 4th and short yardage.
Yeah, the Patriots are lucky that Riley Crane didn't pick that ball off. I don't think that the ball was thrown in a position where Garnett could come up with it, and Crane was really the only person in the area that had a chance.
Minute 50, and hits his receiver in the hands. That was intended for Dylan Fairchild, and it's incomplete. And so Carterville is going to get the ball right back after the turnover on downs by the Patriots. This Lions broadcast brought to you by Polar Whip. Come taste the legend, Polar Whip in Energy. Now featuring car hops where you can call 618-988-9210 and they'll have it waiting for you when you arrive. Carterville gets the ball back with 1:48 here in the first. It is 1st and 10 now from the 37-yard line. Sure, they'd like to score 1 more before the end of the quarter. It is the give to Chance Myers. Gets to the outside, cuts it up inside the block, outside, and right down the sideline. And before he's pushed out of bounds, good hard run from Chance Myers, the running back for the Carterville Lions.
He eventually got knocked out of bounds by Dylan Fairchild, but he never did go down. Like, I think twice he was wrapped up. They spun him around, and he just keeps the legs motoring, and he runs right out of it.
1st and 10 now from the Massac County 47 on the near hash. Trip receivers to the left for the Lions. Skelcher takes the snap, rolls away from the pressure, gets it out, finds his receiver on the far sideline. Out across the 40, and before he's run out of bounds on the reception for the Carterville Lions is Mason Watts.
What a great play by Mason Watts. He saw that Skelcher was in trouble. He turns and jets back into the backfield where Skelcher could see him. He was about to be sacked. Watts goes back in the backfield, calls for the ball, gets it, turns, and makes a big gain out of that nothing play.
So it is another first down, 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. And on the carry down to about the 25-yard line for the Lions.
Luke Johnson.
Is that Luke?
Yes. I've been wanting to see him run the ball all year just because I know he's itching to get the ball and try to make some positive gains and help out on the offensive side. They've thrown it to him a couple of times out of the tight end spot, but he's lined up in the backfield again for this play.
So 2nd and 2 now from the Patriot 27. Skelcher's going to keep it himself. Cuts it outside the numbers, down the sideline, and he's spun to the turf. Out about inside the 15-yard line, down close to the 10. We'll see where they mark it, but another first down for Carterville.
Only needed 2 yards and picks up 15. That's the way it's been going for the Lions so far tonight.
56 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Now the Lions have those receivers stacked on the right side. Skelcher this time gives it to Luke Johnson, found an opening and plows his way in for a touchdown from 18 yards out. It's an 18-yard touchdown run for Luke Johnson.
Good run by Luke Johnson. If you watch him, like he has the body type and the size to be a Bryce Smith type of runner. He can go straight ahead, or he can move left and right and make some big gains with the speed.
Luke Johnson, an 18-yard touchdown run. Carterville going for 2. They lead at 26-0. The give to Johnson converts the 2-point play. And Carterville now leads it 28-0 here with 49 seconds left here at Carterville on News Radio WJPF. Luke Johnson, an 18-yard touchdown run, 2-point conversion is good. Carterville leads 28-0 here with 49 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Nice to see spreading the love for the Lions here tonight. Luke Johnson gets on the board.
Luke Johnson gets on the board, and Doan catches a touchdown pass earlier, so spreading it out a little bit.
So the low line kick hits at about the 20, stays in bounds. It's bobbled by the first man out there, and that is Dawson Bassett. He's pushed out of bounds. So here, my score sheet's going to be messed up because the Patriots have it with 43 seconds left.
Ryan Norman with a nice open field tackle. He just followed the ball, was bouncing down the field. He just followed it, wait till the Massac player picked it up and threw him down. Good coverage by the Lions, putting the Patriots back on their own 14-yard line to start their drive. Now, we did see some positive gains from the Patriots. That was their best drive yet, the last possession. Then they ran out of gas once they got inside the 30-yard line. But they started to make some movement.
A 7-play drive. It started at their own 42. This time they throw it deep down the right side, overshooting the receiver. And out on coverage for the Lions out there was Ryan Norman. A little bump and grind taking place with the receiver. Stanfield, the intended receiver, and a flag is on the turf.
I think Coach Dial is going to want an explanation on that one. Norman was just running down beside the receiver. The ball had overthrown them by 10 or 15 yards, although that doesn't matter in high school ball. It does not matter if it's catchable or not catchable. But the receiver just kind of slowed down and bumps into him and falls down. There was no intent at all, but the pass interference was called, and first down again for the Patriots.
The ball's at the 29-yard line with 38 seconds left. Fairfield, it's the give to Garnett as he gets to the outside, and he's finally pushed out of bounds at the 37-yard line, maybe the 38. So now it is going to be second down and about a half a yard for the Patriots from the 29-yard line. They give it to the running back. He's got the first down. That'll move the chains, as on the carry it was Cameron Skinner.
I don't know that they gave him the mark to get that first down.
Doesn't look like it.
No, don't lay it on him. Oh, I'm sorry. It might have been Crane laid on him just as soon as he caught the ball. And they marked it right back at the line of scrimmage again. It's going to be another 3rd and 1.
It was actually a loss of about a half a yard, it looks like.
Oh,
clock rolls under 5 seconds. 4, will they get the play off? 2, 1. They do not get the play off, and that's how we end this first quarter. What a quarter it's been for the Lions. They lead it 28-0 here on News Radio WJPF. $60 here, please.
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the south end zone. The Carterville Lion Athletic Booster
Hey, Jacob,
Club
if you could push your volume up on your microphone, I can just barely hear you, so go on and crank it up. There we go. I can hear you now.
On behalf of the boosters of Carterville Athletic, thank you for your continued support of the Lions.
Hey, Dave. 38 is actually number 6, Josh Fisher. So we've misidentified him. So that's who that is.
Okay. 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 Back at Carterville as we head to the second quarter. Lions lead it 28-0, and they have Murfreesboro. Massac County has the football. It is 3rd down and 1 from their own 38-yard line. Moving left to right now are the Patriots. And
looks like an official's timeout right out of the quarter. I'm not sure why we would need an official's timeout here.
28-0 is our score. They're going over and looking at the sticks over on the far side of the field. As the white cap heads over.
Well, it should be 3rd and 1, and somehow we've got it at 3rd and 11.
Yes.
I'm sorry, 2nd at 11. I feel like the sticks should be flipped around.
Yeah.
What they have as the first down marker should be the original down marker. I think we just bought 10 yards back.
Yep.
But lost it down somehow.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll see how they officially mark it. As on the carry was Fairfield.
Number 10, Cameron Fairfield runs out of bounds. The quarterback
Yeah, it held, so they're now saying it's 3rd and 9 after that 2-yard gain, which would have normally, unless I've misremembered, that should have been a first down for them.
It
but now
should
it's
have
3rd
been.
and long.
So now it's 3rd and 9, according to the markers, and Carterville drops them short of the line to gain. So now the Patriots are looking at 4th down.
I mean, the scoreboard even had it as
No,
3rd and 1.
Exactly.
I'm unsure as how no one on the Massac sideline got that corrected.
And the fact that the officials went over to fix it and still got it wrong. That's the funny part there. 4th and 7 from the 42-yard line. But the Patriots are going to go for it. They trail it 28-0, just underway here in the second. 2 receivers to the near side for the Carterville Lions.
Doan had him contained in there, and I think held him up. Zach came in and finished him off. Really good job by the Carterville defense there.
11:43, and Carterville is going to take over after the turnover on downs. Great pressure there by Zach Miller. He was in the backfield quickly. So it's the +32 for the Lions. Skelcher drops back, looks to throw, has his receiver out here on the near side. Mason Watts with the reception. And just a gain of about 4 and 6 from the 28. Ball resting on the near hash. Carterville moving right to left. Skelch has 2 receivers left. 1 out to the far side, but it's a give to Chance Myers right up the gut. First down. We'll move the chains for the line.
Some other numbers rotating in there now to try to make sure that they stay fresh and stay healthy.
3rd and 6 from the 28. It's 1st and 10, and the pass is picked off by the Patriots out across the 20 and wrapped up right there on the interception. And I believe 38, that is Josh Fisher.
I think there was a little confusion on the Carterville side. We had Bishing and Doan right beside each other, which is not a problem, but unless you consider the defensive, you've got extra defensive people pass or sit right in that coverage. So when those 2 receivers get near each other, they're bringing extra attention, extra defense into that spot, and the ball just got picked.
So defensive hold for the Patriots as they pick it off. Fairfield throws it across the middle, and it is incomplete. Nice job defensively. I think it was Bishing out there that had the coverage. The pass was caught, but he strips it out as they were falling to the turf.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. I think the ball was in the receiver's possession. Bishing somehow got him to lose it, and it almost bounced up into Riley Crane's hands before it hit the turf. So we just about flipped it back on him.
DuQuoin leads Anna Jonesboro 14-0. Benton leads West Frankfort 21-14. And here the Patriots have it 2nd and 10 from their own 26-yard line. Fairfield turns around and gives it to his running back. That is Garnett. Garnett can't pick up but just a yard or 2. They're going to officially mark it as 2-yard gain. So now a 3rd down and 8 from the 28-yard line for the Patriots. Murphy leads Harrisburg. The last score I see is 6-0. That's a big river-to-river conference game.
That score is going to change.
Yes,
There's
it
just
is.
Too much offensive firepower between those 2 teams not to see some points go up on the board over there.
3rd and 8 from the 28 for the Patriots. Trip receivers to the right side. Fairfield, quick screen out. It's caught by Bassett, and he gets away from a couple of tacklers and is brought down after what turns out to be about a half a yard gain. So now 4th and 8 from the 28, once again for the Patriots.
Once again for the Lions, Zach Miller not only pressures the quarterback, but also makes the tackle out on the numbers of the field. After the receiver was missed, he evaded 2 tackles, and then Miller comes down and cleans him up again. He's really been hard to stop the last couple of weeks defensively.
Bishing is back to receive the kick for the Lions. Patriots do set up for the punt. Snap is good. Low kick, hits it midfield. Bishing backs it up, takes it up on a big hop, cuts it up inside the hash, outside at the 50, dodges a couple of defenders, and takes it down to about the 43-yard line. Boy, that was a dandy return by Nick Bishing.
It was a risky play. The ball was bouncing, and he just follows it, waits for a high hop that's about at his waist that he can grab. And, you know, bad things can happen when you're running beside that ball, and it's just bouncing like it wants to. But he did get the hop, grabs it, shakes a tackler right at the very beginning, and then a really good return, like you said.
So it's 1st and 10 from the 42 for the Carterville Lions, and that's the 42 of the Patriots.
But you want to see them take risks a little bit right now. Let's not just play conservative. Let's take a few risks and try some things.
Skelcher throws a pass out to, that is Wakey. He breaks away down inside the 20 to the 10. Touchdown. That is a 42-yard touchdown pass from Brandon Skelcher to Braden Wakey.
Got good blocking on the edge. Made a nice cut, and when it turns into a foot race, it's going to end up in Braden's favor more often than not.
Yep. He's got breakaway speed and a 42-yard touchdown pass for the Lions. So Crane on for the extra point for Carterville. 8:48 on the clock.
Again.
Whistle stops the clock again, and offside on the Patriots. 34-0 is our score.
I think they're going to try to just kick it again. They're going to take their yard, but still going to kick it again. I think we have it's probably a good chance. You want to rep this a little bit. Let's get this cleaned up right now.
Absolutely, because they've had issues all night. Low snap, but it's handled, and the kick is good. So it's 35-0 is the score after the extra point by Riley Crane. Lions lead at 35-0 here on News Radio WJPF. Lions lead at 35-0 with 8:48 remaining here in the second quarter. And Carterville just 5 points away from getting to the running clock. Looking at some scores, Collinsville all over the Marion Wildcats tonight, 35-0, still a second quarter score.
Ouch.
Yeah, that one kind of hurts. Lions have it teed up from the 40-yard line. One hops and is picked up at the 15-yard line by the Patriots. And trying to get to the outside is Cameron Skinner. And so the Patriots are going to take over here with 8:40 remaining. Go ahead.
I was going to say Carson Davis came in to kick off for the Lions on that one. Had kind of a short three-step drop. Nice kick down the middle.
23 for the Patriots. Murphy leads Harrisburg 12-0. That just updated. Patriots, long pass across the middle, and it falls incomplete. So now 2nd down and 10 from the 23-yard line.
The Garnett, the receiver, was having a I thought he was going to come up with that pass. He looked like he started to trip, though, right as the ball was getting to him, and he pushed Bishing down to try to get his feet underneath him and still almost made the catch.
But it was incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 22. 8:35 on the clock. Lions lead it 35-0. It's the give to the running back, and that Carterville defensive line is right there. As a matter of fact, it's going to be a loss of about 3 yards for the Patriots. On the carry, I believe it was number 26, Jacob Smith.
He's brought down by Braden Wakey and Zachariah Miller of the Lions.
Looks like
Going
to bring somebody in for Doan. I think he hobbled off to the side here. Hopefully it's nothing serious.
Trainers pick him up right there on the near sideline below us. So 3rd down and 12. And a timeout is called by Coach Jacob Collins and the Massac County Patriots. We'll be back in 60 seconds here on News Radio WJPF. Third and 12 for the Patriots from their own 20-yard line. And Powell just buried in the backfield. They get the pass away. First down and more down the far sideline before being brought down at the 44-yard line. And let me tell you what, Cameron Fairfield was buried at the 13-yard line. I didn't see who it was that got him, but man, what a shot. But a first down for the Patriots.
It was Braden Wakey that came through untouched, and as soon as he let go of that ball, that was the hardest hit, without question, that I have seen this year.
Oh, without a doubt.
That poor quarterback just got absolutely decapitated. I have no idea what happened on the play down the field because I was watching to see if he was actually going to get up.
It was a textbook tackle.
It was perfectly clean. He did nothing malicious.
Wow. Clock rolls 7:20. And we have a timeout that's called.
And maybe looking for his shoes out there on the field.
I think he might. We'll take another break. We'll be back in 60 seconds here on News Radio WJPF.
He annihilated that poor kid.
It was brutal.
Wow.
They're probably.
I was worried. I really honestly thought the guy was. I didn't know he was going to get up. Hats off to him, though. He comes, shots right back down there. Everybody watching online may be rewinding that. Maybe scrolling back to see that again. Getting the score up there for everybody?
Yes, I am, Ron Williams. I am putting the score up as much as I can. Carried by the Patriots out to about the 44-yard line as they go hurry up. It is 2nd down and 8 now from the 44 after the gain of 2. Now Fairfield gives it to his running back, weaves his way for about 4, maybe 3 officially. So now 3rd down for the Patriots as they mark the ball down at the 47-yard line.
Andy Johnson in on that tackle. When the play was over and was whistled dead, he's holding the football, and I think he was hoping once again to get the credit for the turnover. But refs are going to spot the ball down, and it looks like Massac County is working at a much faster pace now.
3rd and 5. They throw it across, caught, first down for the Patriots as it's carried out to the 43-yard line. That's going to move the chains. First down. That was the 6th play of the drive, so it's 1st and 10, and now this play will be
Well, they just had 3 really good, sharp plays in a row. Didn't get into a huddle. They get that first down, and then they slow everything down. They get back into the huddle again.
1st and 10 now from the 43-yard line of the Lions. And it's the give to number 20, Skinner, as he picks up a couple, actually officially 1 yard. So 2nd down and 9 from the Carterville 42. Coming up, we're going to have our halftime report. We'll update scores. Don't forget you can go over to 1035ESPN.com and find scores on the Banterra Bank scoreboard. We'll update all the scores from around Southern Illinois on our first Southern Bank halftime report. It is 2nd down and 9 from the 42 for the Patriots. They trail it 35-0. 5.5 left here in the first half. Carterville got pressure on Fairfield once again, and he's buried and coming away for the Lions. Wow. Luke Johnson. Again, that quarterback Fairfield, he's going to be feeling it after tonight.
He is. Luke Johnson just came up and smashed him like it was a whack-a-mole play. He just crumpled him up. And
ball is at the Carterville 49-yard line. So now, Fairfield from the shotgun, and a whistle stops the play. And that's going to be a delay of game against the Patriots.
Yeah, when the whistle comes from that far back, it's going to be pretty obvious it's going to be a delay of game on that one. It's going to cost them 5 yards.
Coach
Move the ball all the way back into the Massac side of the field again.
3rd and 21 for Massac County from the 46. They trail it 35-0. Now Fairfield wants to throw it deep. Overshot everybody by about 10 yards, and he winds up on the turf once again. So now it is going to be 4th and 21 from the 46.
More pressure. It gives your defensive backs a little bit of breathing room too when you know that the quarterback is going to have to throw it in the first 1.5, 2 seconds when he catches the ball. You don't have to cover for 6, 7, 8 seconds like you do against some teams at certain times.
Patriots in another punting situation. Still showing 12-0 to score from Murfreesboro, or from Harrisburg. Punt is away, hits it about the 30-yard line, takes a Carterville hop, and it's dead right at the 33. So Carterville is going to get it back here with 4:29 remaining. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. Next, this is week 7. Next week, we wrap up the regular season, the last 2 games on the road at Murfreesboro. That's a big game for the Carterville Lions, especially depending on what happens tonight between Murphy and Harrisburg.
If Murfreesboro hangs on and beats Harrisburg, then that really does set up for quite a showdown over in Jackson County.
Let me run through the scores that we do have right now. As we mentioned, DuQuoin leads Anna Jonesboro 14-0. Benton over West Frankfort 28-14. And 12-0 is the last that we see from Murphy Harrisburg. South 7 games 35-0. Collinsville over Marion. Mount Vernon blowing out Granite City 34-0. No score, Centralia Cahokia or Carbondale. Oh, of course, Carbondale plays Lighthouse Christian coming up tomorrow over at Ozark, Missouri. So it's 1st and 10 now for the Lions. And on the carry, that is Chance Myers. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, 2nd down and 10 from the 33.
Yeah, the last possession for Harrisburg, or I keep saying Harrisburg, for Massac County is, again, they're moving the ball at times. They're just shooting themselves in the foot. And it's
right up the gut on the carry. Peyton Van Horn all the way across midfield, and he takes it down to the 43-yard line of Massac County. 1st down for the Lions.
Last week, I think we only saw Van Horn playing on offense. This week, he's played a little bit of defense. Now he's working his way back on the offensive side. That's really good to see.
In Patriot territory, Skelcher goes hurry up, finds his receiver, Mason Watts, and the pass is incomplete.
Timing was off on that one.
It
Looked like
was.
Watts jumped up, and the ball wasn't quite there yet, and as he was coming down, he couldn't pull it in. I don't know if the ball got caught in the wind or if it slipped out of Skelcher's hands or what, but it didn't look right. Something was off on the timing for those two.
So it's 2nd and 10 now from the 43. We'll try again. 2 receivers to the far side. And it's Myers on the carry. Gets a block, gets to the outside, out across the 20 to the 30 to the 20 to the 10. Touchdown. Chance Myers, 43-yard scamper for the Carterville Lions.
Showed a very nice burst of speed on that. Once he got past that first initial.
If we can keep them from scoring here in the last 3 minutes.
It's going to really speed up the second half of the game.
43-yard touchdown run from Chance Myers. Carterville on for the extra point. Riley Crane on the hold from Skelcher. The kick is good.
There we go.
42-0. Carterville leads it here with 3:36 remaining in the first half. We'll be back in 60 seconds here on News Radio WJPF.
Number 20, Carson Davis, sets the kick for the Lions.
$42-0 is our score. 3:36 remaining here in the first half. Is a 43-yard touchdown run from Chance Myers puts the Carterville Lions up 42-0.
That's 3 times the ball has blown off of the kicking block.
Yeah. We knew coming into tonight, we could see gusty winds up around 25 miles an hour.
So now Carterville will have a player hold the ball on the block for the left-footed Carson Davis to kick.
Cozy does the holding. Kick is away. Taken on a line at about the 30-yard line and bobbled and then picked back up by the Patriots. On the return, I believe it was Caleb Bernard.
Ethan Hendricks on the tackle for the Lions.
First and 10 for the Patriots from their own 31. Are the Patriots. First and 10 from their own 31. 2 receivers to the right. And it is the quarterback, Chris Garnett, this time. Keeps it himself, falls forward for 2, looking at 2nd and 8 from the 33.
It seems at the beginning, Carterville just had a little bit of a slow start for a few minutes and got a little sloppy. The first offensive possession wasn't very good, but they've since picked back up, got on track, and they're just taking care of business tonight.
Of course, you had Emerson Doan, that big touchdown run or catch. Skelcher to Doan for 54 yards. Really kind of got things going for him. 2nd down and 8 from the 33. Out across the 40-yard line for the Patriots. On the carry, number 38, that is Josh Fisher.
And then this has kind of been the story for the Patriots tonight. They've put together a few decent drives. They've moved the ball a little bit, but all of a sudden it'll just seem like it just goes away. Carterville defense figures something out, or the offense loses what magic it had or what touch it had for a few plays, And then the next thing you know, it's 3rd and 20.
Their 2 longest drives, the first one was 7 yards, and then their last possession went, 7 plays. And the last possession went 11 plays, and they get bottled up for a loss. Well, they're actually going to give about a half a yard loss on that carry. So now it's 2nd down and 11 from the 44. Wakey with the stop. Ball on the near hash, moving left to right on your radio dial. Lions up 42-0. Just over 2 minutes remaining here in the half. The give to the running back buried right there. About 3 different Carterville Lions in on the stop after the carry by Cameron Skinner.
Carterville's pursuing to the ball so well. The pursuit from the backside has really bottled everything up. It seems like you can pick one of 4 guys every play that's in on the tackle.
Loss of 2 on that carry, so it's 3rd and 12 from the 42. This time it is going to be Garnett, keeps it himself, and he gets back to about the original line of scrimmage, and that is all. So it's going to be 4th and 10 now.
And that's, like we said, the Patriots have been 1 step forward and then 3 steps back, and they just can't seem to get in any kind of sustained success offensively. Credit to the Carterville defense for sure, because they're still playing hard and they're still getting after them. A lot of those guys are probably thinking right now that it's a 42-0 game. They're probably thinking, well, we've only got 1 play or 1 possession left, and it's over, because they're probably going to sit out the second half.
Murfreesboro shutting out Harrisburg 19-0. We're under a minute to play here, 42-0, and the screen pass is short hopped at the 40. And so on the turnover on downs, Carterville is going to get the ball back with 47 seconds left. So they have it in plus territory from the 44. And I would imagine they'll take a knee.
Yeah, they're not worried about running the score up or padding any kind of offensive stats. They're going to probably take it easy here.
Here comes the quarterback for the Lions. Skelcher puts a man in motion, looks to throw, finds Mason Watts out here on the near side, gets a break to the outside where he's finally run out of bounds at about the 34-yard line.
Well, we struggled throwing the screen pass last week against Harrisburg. We weren't really getting it out there. wasn't connecting on. I think when we did connect, we were hit immediately. Harrisburg really took that away from they took it away from Carterville. And tonight we've hit it a couple times. Wakey took 1 for a touchdown. Mason Watts has had a couple of nice gains out of that as well.
1st and 10 from the 34, 40 seconds remaining. The clock stopped. Coming into the game for the Lions is Luke Johnson. He lines up in the wing position. Now Skelcher rolls to his right, throws it to his right, has his man out there, and that is Riley Crane on the reception, and the ball is on the turf. I think Carterville may have got it back, though. They did. First down for the Lions. Moves the chains. 30 seconds remaining. They mark it down at the 19-yard line, so Carterville looking to score again. 25 on the clock. Skelcher rolls left, wants to throw, has pressure, finds his man. Bishing just couldn't get it cleanly into his hands. It goes incomplete. Stops the clock with 17 seconds remaining.
Bishing's going to be hard on himself, I'm sure, because that was a catchable pass, but if what we saw in the past is any indication, he's going to rebound. He's going to come back and make a play.
26-0 is the update from Murfreesboro and Harrisburg now. 42-0. The score here. Lions would like to score 1 more time before half. 17 seconds. Skelcher throws it up. Man is there and caught. Touchdown for the Carterville Lions by Braden Wakey.
Really nice catch. and a great ball. I'm glad to see Skelcher bounces back. Last week there were a couple of misses. They weren't necessarily on him, but there were just some misses and miscommunications wherever they came from. And tonight it looks like he's putting some really good balls where they need to go.
12 seconds remaining here, and the Lions score on the 19-yard touchdown pass from Skelcher to Wanke. Crane to kick the extra point. Snap is good. Kick is blocked. And it stays 48-0 here with 12 seconds remaining. We'll be back in 60 seconds on News Radio WJPF.
Raffle halftime report is the current pot is $650, bringing this current take-home amount to $325. The drawing will take place at the end of the third quarter. Be sure to see the 50-50 table near the concession. The proceeds go to the Pride of the Lions marching band, correct? When they perform in March on Main Street, USA in Disney World. If you'd like to sponsor a student, stop by the 50-50 table for more information.
We're just going to start with the ball on the tee, the holder here.
Good call. Kick from the 40-yard line is picked up by the Patriots at their own 25. And on the return for Massac County, Nathan Myers gets out across the 35 to the 36 before being brought down with 5 seconds remaining here in the first half. Carterville leads at 48-0 here on News Radio WJPF. Murfreesboro leads at the half 26-0. Cahokia up big 20-0.
Looks like Carterville's got a lot of their starters out here for this last stop or kneel down or whatever we see.
From the 37 for the Patriots. It's the give to the running back, picks up 2, and that's going to be the last play of the game, the half. 28-0 is our score. Or excuse me, 48. First half, Keenan, and I think Carterville did exactly what they wanted to start this game off here tonight, get the big lead, and get that running clock going into the second half.
Yeah, so you're in a position now you can come out just like in the Heron game. You can come out in the second half, get some kids some reps, maybe put some kids on the field a little bit, get them some time, because you don't know what's going to happen later in the season. You don't know who's going to be available in 1 week, 2 weeks, or hopefully 3 and 4. So get these guys some experience, let them shake off a little bit of nerves. We have a good crowd here tonight. A lot of people here for senior night, and then we'd honored the junior high team, so we got a lot of people coming in to see that. Nice night for football weather-wise, so hopefully people stick around for the second half.
Bill takes over with 9 minutes left. No score. 2 plays later, a 2-yard touchdown run from Bishing. Extra point, the 2-point conversion. Carterville, 3 plays later, 54-yard touchdown pass from Skelcher to Emerson Doan. Extra point was good. 5:59 remaining in the first quarter. Lions were up 14-0. Massac once again forced into a 3rd 3 and out. They punted away. Carterville scores 2 plays later. The pass from Skelcher to Wakey with 5:02. Extra point was no good. Lions led it 20-0. Massac gets it back. Their second longest drive of the game in the first half, a 7-play drive in which they turned it over on downs, giving it back to Carterville. On the 5th play of that drive for the Lions, it was an 18-yard run from Luke Johnson. At the end of the first quarter, Lions led it 28-0. In the second quarter, Carterville had the ball, and it was intercepted by Fisher for the Patriots. They couldn't do anything with it. Carterville gets it back at the 8:58 mark of the second quarter, and on the second play, that first offensive play, it was a beautiful pass, a 42-yard pass from Skelcher to Braden Wakey at the 8:48 mark. Lions lead it 35-0 after the extra point. Massac then goes on their longest drive of the game, an 11-play drive that wound up giving it back to the Lions on the turnover on downs, and then Carterville winds up scoring a 43-yard touchdown on the run from Chance Myers. 3:36 remaining in the half, 42-0. Massac gets it back, turn it over on downs, 19-yard touchdown pass from Skelcher to Wakey, and that's where we stand right now, 48-0.
Yeah, this is what you were kind of hoping Carterville would be able to do. I don't want to say you're ever expecting to get out that far in front, but, it was a bit of a mismatch on paper, and Carterville has held to that. They've done their job. Massac has had some decent plays, a couple of nice defensive plays on their part. They just can't withstand the pressure that our defensive line is putting on them right now. I think that's really been a big deciding factor is every time that quarterback steps back, like he knows he's going to see Zach Miller or Doan or Wakey or in any one of those guys, Luke Johnson. They've just been pounding on him tonight.
48-0 is our score here on our halftime report, brought to you by First Southern Bank. We're going to go on and take a break. We'll return in 90 seconds here on News Radio WJPF. I didn't see how long.
I was going to say, I don't know what that one was right there. Was that the one right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, he ran the little.
I think it was
he ran the little corner route.
I think it was like 35.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure exactly. Welcome back to Lions Field. Happy Friday to you. Senior night here for the Carterville Lions. And let's run through scores from around Southern Illinois as they're updated right now. 28-6 is the score. DuQuoin over Anna Jonesboro. That's a third quarter score. Murphy leads Harrisburg at the half, 26-0. Benton at the half leads the Redbirds, 28-14. No score, Pinckneyville, Nashville, and St. Joe Ogden, who Carterville beat a couple weeks ago. No score on the road at Pontiac. South 7 scores this evening at the half. Cahokia over Centralia, 20-0. Collinsville all over the Marion Wildcats. Marion's homecoming tonight, 43-0 at the half. Mount Vernon over Granite City, 47-0. That's a halftime score. And don't forget, Carbondale on the road. They're going to be in Ozark, Missouri. That's just south of Springfield. Cameron Wright. Remember Cam?
I do.
From Marion. He's going to be doing color tomorrow with Ben Greenberger. He lives in Ozark, Missouri, so he was very happy. He's going to be doing the game tomorrow with Ben. So that's Carbondale taking on Lighthouse Christian from Ozark, Missouri, coming up tomorrow. Black Diamond scores from this evening. Third quarter score for you. Hamco over Flora 30-8. Carmine White County shutting out Edco this evening 32-0. Cesar blasting El Dorado 21-0. 20-0 Mater Dei over Althoff. And Salem leading Columbia 20-7. It's Roxana. Roxana having an outstanding season this year. They lead the Central Cougars 35-22. And Carlisle and Sparta forfeit. Sparta, of course, not playing varsity football. The only other Cahokia game, no score being reported, Dupo at Chester. So, Carterville leads at 48-0. Senior night for the Carterville Lions, and those seniors on the football team include Mr. Peyton Van Horn, Braden Wakey, Emerson Doan, Brandon Skelcher, Aiden Hinton, Ethan Gaddis. You have Chandler Jones, Braden Reinhardt, Owen Stevenson, and Storm Snyder. A total of 12 seniors on this team, and it's got to be an emotional night for those guys.
Yeah, I mean, everybody remembers the senior night to some extent. Last time it might be the last time you get to play on this field, and you want to go out and you just want to be with your buddies here, and you want to enjoy the night, and it's your turn, it's your due. So, yeah, I'm glad they got to celebrate here. Got to have good weather for it. You didn't have to do a senior night in the blinding rain or a game that gets continued until midnight. Looks like we're going to get this one in. This is going to be a good night for them.
48-0 our score. We'll be back in 90 here on News Radio WJPF.
Yeah, he just put that in.
Okay. Thought I was stroking out. $48-0 is our score here this evening. Carterville taking care of business at home against Massac County. Of course, next week, Carterville will be on the road in a huge conference game. Week 8 at Murfreesboro, and that's a big game for the Lions.
You want to play in significant games. You want to play in games that matter.
Absolutely.
So a game that you have next week, you're really looking forward to that one. And then you've got the last game at AJ, which is likely to be Coach Dietering's last game coaching. That could be an emotional night for both sides. You know, everybody's got some ties to Coach Dietering down there. But also when that Week 9 game is over, the next day, that's when the playoff pairings come out. And you find out who you're going to be seeing in Week 10. And so we've got a couple of exciting weeks coming up for the Lions. But it really is, it's going to start next Friday night.
Otherwise, it's chilly tonight. There's a north wind, right straight out of the north, actually, and gusting at 25 miles an hour. And he was like, this is what we needed. We've been playing in 80-degree weather with no wind. Quarterback hasn't had to deal with windy conditions throwing into the wind. And so you want to be able to get through it that year.
Especially if you're playing the playoff team from Central Illinois, Northern Illinois, which we did last year. And if you do have to go to one of those places, if you do find yourself on the road in the second round or third round or even the first round, and you catch one of those teams and they've been playing in those conditions, it does matter that you get to play in the blustery cold winds, and your team needs a little exposure to that. Now, let's not act like tonight we're really getting ran through ragged here. It's not like we're playing in Green Bay, but it's a start. Like you're having some conditions to work with.
Absolutely, but at least, people are having to wear their hoodies tonight. That's a plus. It's kind of you had to put yours on.
I did. I put my jacket on a little while ago. We closed the door to this booth and we opened the window.
Yeah,
absolutely. Turned into a big ice box.
We are going to go on and take our final break here on our first Southern Bank halftime show. Carterville is going to have the running clock in the second half. They lead it 48-0 here on News Radio WJPF. Yes. Thank you. What was that? Good. $48-0 our score here at Lions Field Senior Night for the Carterville Lions. Glad to have you along with us. And as we mentioned, Week 8, Lions will be on the road at Murfreesboro. We'll have pregame coverage starting at 6:45 from Doc Bendini Field over in Murfreesboro. Looking forward to that.
Yeah,
Lynn always takes good care of us over there.
Does he?
Yeah, he does.
Well, that does not surprise me. If there's one person who takes pride in his job and does a fantastic work as athletic director, it's Lynn Navarre at Murfreesboro. He always does everything above and beyond what he has to.
And Lynn's getting ready to retire.
Yes.
This is his last year, so be a great opportunity to catch up with our friend Lynn Navarro, the AD over at Murfreesboro. 48-0. I guess now, as we mentioned, Carterville will have the running clock. And the thing you want to see here in the second half for both of these teams, let's just stay injury-free. Nobody get hurt. And close this game out however it closes out and go home.
You know, back carries, first time this year where they really let him pound the ball and run straight ahead.
And a touchdown for Luke.
Had him a touchdown, 2-point conversion maybe.
And the 2-point conversion on the same touchdown.
Peyton Van Horn, seeing him on both sides of the ball. So a lot of good things. Really impressed with our defensive line tonight. They have shown up and have been creating havoc in that backfield. And like you said, I feel so bad for Cameron Fairfield with some of the hits that he's taken tonight. And I don't mean that in a condescending way. Like, he's really been hit hard.
He has. Probably one of the hardest hits that you'll see in a high school football game put on by Braden Wakey is Fairfield just released the ball, and Wakey was right in the middle of his chest. And but he popped right back up and got right back with it. And also got to say, my Chicago Bears won a game last night.
They did.
It's the week is successful. The year is.
They did.
We're going to the Super Bowl.
They couldn't get the job done against the Broncos, but they took care of things last night. Last night.
Both teams are through their stretches here in the second half. Running clock. Once we tee it up here, and So it's going to allow Carterville to kind of get to their second string, their third string, their scout team will get a lot of action. These guys are the guys that are out on the football field with the starters, and they line up whatever they're working on. If it's Carterville offense, then these guys will set up as the opponent defense and vice versa.
Yeah, they see a lot of live action reps. It's not like they never get out on the field. And your sophomores, a lot of them are playing in the JV games on Monday nights. So here's a chance for them to get out in front of a little bit bigger crowd, and they'll feel some adrenaline from this. It'll be exciting for them.
So Massac will have the football to start things off, and coming out to do the kick from Lions Field on senior night. Of course, the ball's being held up at the 40, being teed up there.
We got Drake Cappy on the hold tonight.
Yep. And the kick is away and taken at the 30-yard line by the Patriots, out to about
10 on that tackle. It's nice to see some of these guys get out there and call some names that you don't get to say every week or every down. So Ethan Hendricks is going to be out there anchoring the defensive line. He gets a lot of reps with the first team. So he's the one that comes in if you need to give Zach Miller or Chandler Jones a spell.
Patriots are going to start off with their quarterback, number 12, Chris Garnett, the junior, has running backs left and right. One receiver here to the near side. They're moving left to right as they give to number 4, Nathan Myers. Myers plows his way forward for a gain of about 4 yards. So it's going to bring up a 2nd down and 6 now from the 47 of Carterville. Patriots in their all-white road uniforms. And again, it's the give to Myers. Myers has a 1st down and more before running out of bounds to stop the, well, it won't stop the clock, but he runs out of bounds. So now, 1st down for the Patriots moves the chains as they carry it down. The official mark is going to be the 30.
They've still got their starters out there, and they're going to try to score. They don't want to get shut out.
The game's coming in too tonight. They'd like to score a touchdown.
They would. They want to keep their players interested. They want to keep their players wanting to come back and show up at practice every day. And you don't want to just shut them down and say, sorry, guys, you had your chance. Let them get out there and try to do some positive things and work on their game as well.
And on the other side of that, Brett Dow would like to see his defense get a shutout. He doesn't want to let them score as well. So it's 2nd and 6 from the 31. The quarterback, Garnett, trying to get to the outside, catch a corner. A nice job on that pursuit out there by the Lions. And Garnett, a little bit slow getting up, but he pops right up.
So that was Malachi McGee, who's on the depth chart at linebacker for the Lions. He hasn't seen a ton of time this year. He moved up and got a little bit of time when Peyton Van Horn went out. But you hear Malachi's name quite a bit on kickoff team. He's out there quite a bit and is always in on the tackles.
You know, let's talk about Malachi.
He does a good job.
Remember the game against Benton? He had an outstanding game against the Benton Rangers.
A couple of tackles for the loss in the West Frankfort game as well.
Yep, 40 clock rolls under 9 minutes here as Garnett gives it to Dylan Fairchild. Fairchild is bottled up right there short of the 1st down marker. So now it's going to be 4th and short for the Patriots.
Drake Cappy and Ryan Norman in on that one.
Is that Will Cappy's boy?
It is.
Wow, the kids are growing up.
I know.
It's hard to believe. Coach Will Cappy's son. My gosh. 4th and 2 for the Patriots from the 27. Big play here defensively for the Lions.
Chip off the old block out there, I guess.
Yes, it is, apparently. As Garnett's going to keep it himself, and he should have the 1st down as he gets across the 25. That is going to move the chains. 2nd 1st down of the drive for the Patriots. Keeps the drive alive. 1st and 10 now from the 23 of Carterville. Garnett's a good athlete, isn't he?
He is. On the ball, he's ran pretty well.
Yes, he has. 7.5 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. And it's the give to the running back. That is Myers. Once again, he backs his way.
Clock continues to roll.
21 is the line of scrimmage. DuQuoin all over Anna Jonesboro now, 35-6. That's a 4th quarter score. Is Garnett Looks to throw, lobs it up across the middle, picked off by the Lions defense. Big stop, and bringing it across the 20 to the 25 to the 30, down the sideline. If he could get a block and finally run out of bounds just below us for the Carterville Lions. That is Aiden Swallers with the interception for Carterville.
You had Aiden Swallers and Hayden Harrell both in on the coverage there. Swallers is a big kid. He's very athletic. Contributes in multiple sports here at Carterville. When he caught that pass, he had a really nice return. It was fun to watch him run in the open field.
He picked it off down inside the 5, about the 3-yard line. So Carterville gets it back here with 6:10 remaining in the third quarter. It's 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line. And on the carry, Amon Cozy trying to reverse his field, and he stacked up a loss of about 2, maybe 3.
I think they had a little trouble with the exchange. Andrew Johnson was handing him the ball, and I don't know if they almost lost it or if he wasn't ready for it or what happened. It seems like he got tied up.
Already down to 5.5 remaining here in the third quarter. Running clock for Carterville. They lead it 48-0. And so Lions screen, and we have a whistle, and it stops the play. And it's going to be offside against the Patriots.
Trying to throw the screen pass out here to Swallers again, and had it completed. He was one tackle away from being able to break that play as well. But we're going to run the play again.
Andrew Johnson, the quarterback for the Lions, in relief of Brandon Skelcher. Skelcher had another good night tonight. .440, Clark rolls. 2nd down and 6 after the penalty march off. Down to the 49-yard line. On the Carterville side of the 50. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Johnson, the quarterback, from the shotgun. Cozy, the running back, gives it to Cozy. Cozy gains the line of scrimmage, and that is it. No gain. So now 3rd down and 6 from the 49.
Yeah, this offensive line hasn't quite figured it out yet. They're struggling a little bit. There's a lot of penetration coming from the Massac County side here.
3rd down and 6.
A lot of the reps that your offensive line, and they've got a pretty complex blocking scheme. A lot of the reps your offensive line gets, your second team gets, they're running the other team's offense. They don't get to run a whole lot of their own plays.
Johnson finds or was hit just as he let the ball go. He rolled out to his left. It falls incomplete, so now Carterville is looking at 4th and 6 from the 49. 3 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Carson Davis will do the punting. He is standing at the 39. Carterville trying to get guys off with 3, 2, 1. They got to snap it. Low snap. Davis picks it up, gets the kick away somehow. Good kick, too. And Carterville gets the roll, but it's picked up at the 25. And that's where the return man is kept, right there at the 25-yard line with 2:35 remaining here in the third quarter.
Ethan Hendricks and Malachi McGee again on the tackle. Yeah, Malachi's very elusive out there on the field. He seems to be hard for anybody to get a block on him. And you watch him get down the field, he just kind of scats around like a cat.
This Lions broadcast brought to you by Polar Whip in Energy. Southern Illinois tradition, now featuring car hops. You can call 988-9210. They'll have your food waiting for you when you arrive at Polar Whip in Energy. It's the give to the running back for the Patriots. That is Myers, and Myers gets out after a gain of about 6 to the 31-yard line. 2nd and 4 officially from the 31. Coming up, we're going to name our John A. Logan College, or have our Johnny Logan College interview with Coach Brett Dial. We'll name our Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating Player of the Game. Patriots look to throw, plenty of time across the middle. Ooh, could have been picked off. I think that was Malachi that was right there. But it falls innocently to the turf, incomplete, with 60 seconds remaining here in the third quarter.
Malachi and Swallers once again, and Ryan Sabluski also in on the coverage there. There really wasn't anything open. I think the quarterback was just trying to get rid of it before he got hit. He's fortunate that it turned out as only an incomplete and they get another down.
Yep. 48-0 is our score. 30 seconds remaining to carry. Gain of maybe a half a yard. So now it is 4th and 4.
Luke Barnhart and Bryce Ryman in on the tackle on that. They hit him in the backfield and brought him down immediately.
Last play of this third quarter on the carry, short of the first down marker by about a half a yard on the 4th down play. Depends on the spot. Half yard short, and that's going to end the third quarter. We are heading to the 4th, and Carterville's getting the ball back here. 48-0 is our score here from Lions Field on News Radio WJPF.
Third quarter, Carterville leads.
Go 60, please.
Lions will take over first in command from the Patriots 35.
Skelch threw for 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdowns.
Yeah. 2 to Wakey, 1 to Doan, and was Bishing's a touchdown? Was that a pass?
Yep. Well, no, his was a run, 2-yard touchdown run.
How many to Wakey?
Start play here in the fourth quarter. Carterville on their 1st and 10 throws the ball incomplete.
Intended for Ethan Gaddis, just out of his reach. He was open. I think he might have rushed that pass just a little bit.
I agree.
Had some time, had an open man. I think he just got in a hurry and fired it out there a little quickly, a little rushed on that. Doesn't matter. Clock continues to run.
Yep, exactly. Carterville has it at the 35 of the Patriots. Andrew Johnson, the quarterback. Cozy, his running back. And the defender's right there to wrap up Cozy right at the handoff.
I mean, I think Carterville may need to change up their cadence or snap count just a little bit. They had 2 Massac County Patriots hit that line of scrimmage in a dead sprint by the time the ball was snapped.
They did.
So it looked like they've kind of timed it out a little bit, and they're counting on them to snap it on the first call.
Johnson comes back to the huddle for the Lions. It is 3rd down and 11 from the 36 now. He spreads 3 receivers to the right, pushes 1 to the far side. Ball from the far hash. 10.5 remaining. Johnson looks to throw across the middle. Finds his man, and he just couldn't hang on to it. It falls incomplete. And hard to see.
Is that Swallers once again, I think?
Yeah, it is. Swallers, I do believe. He got his hands on it. And
he almost made a spectacular catch.
He did. As he was falling to the turf, as soon as he hit the turf, he lost the football.
With a white jersey laying on him.
So now 4th and 11 for the Lions.
It was a good, sharp ball by
It
Johnson.
was.
He threw a
With
really
pressure.
good ball in there, yes.
Pressure coming straight at him.
I wouldn't be surprised if he reared back and tried to throw another one out there.
5 on the play clock here. Carterville is going to get called for a delay of game. A lot of little confusion.
That's going to happen. Not only, it's not like you're bringing in just the regular JV unit or the backup unit. You're trying to get some other guys in. You don't just have 11 guys that can come in and do the backup offensive duties. You have 14 or 15, and you're trying to get all 14 or 15 of them some reps. And as you change guys out, there's always a little confusion that happens. It's a very delicate thing on the sideline when you're trying to get some guys some opportunities to play.
4th and 16 from the 42. Carterville's going to punt. Punt gets caught up in the wind, hits at the 33 of Massac, and that's where it's covered up right there.
Risky play by Nathan Myers for the Patriots. He decided he was going to down that ball while he was in the middle of traffic.
This Lions broadcast brought to you by Stephen Rich's Barber Styling, a full-service salon on Division Street in Carterville. They are open Tuesday through Friday from 8 until 5, Saturday from 8 until 2. Also brought to you by IBEW Local 702. They are dedicated to providing a better lifestyle for members and a better life for all. 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line for the Patriots. Carterville pitching a shutout here so far. 48-0, and the clock continues to roll, the running clock. Anytime a score is plus 40 points in the second half, you go to the running clock, which is a godsend for high school football in Illinois.
It is, and even if Massac scores and gets the score below 40, it's not going to matter. It stays, once it starts 40 clock, continuous clock, it stays that way.
Yep. 2nd down and 8 from the 35.
Massac's taking their time now in the huddle. They're not in any rush to get plays going.
Massac plays Red Hill next Friday night. And I don't know where Red Hill is at. As a bad low snap is gathered up. Be a 3rd and 6 for the Patriots from the 38. Carterville on the road at Murfreesboro next Friday night. Let's look at conference games next Friday. That will be Anna Jonesboro at West Frankfort, Benton at Pinckneyville, Nashville at DuQuoin. That's on the Mississippi side. To Myers for the Patriots.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the number on the tackle. It was a good open field tackle. Looks like Braden Reinhardt is what they're saying. I had it as Will Barton.
1st and 10 from the 37. Ball from the far hash. Now it is the give to the running back, and he gets away. That is Cameron Skinner down the far sideline to the 20, down inside the 10 before finally being brought down there. Nice cutback run by Skinner.
He started to the left and actually got outside of the hash mark on the Carterville sideline. Turn and cuts it all the way across the field and ends up getting tackled near the sideline on the Massac County side.
Cameron Skinner. And they bring the pass out to the near side down into the 5, and a touchdown pass to Nathan Myers. And that was I didn't see what the ball was on. They went so fast I didn't get it written down, but touchdown here with 5:08 remaining in the 4th.
I think the ball was on the 12 or 11-yard line.
We'll put 12. A 12-yard touchdown pass.
May not hold up in an audit, but I think it'll do for tonight.
Myers. 5:08 remaining.
Massac County's kicker, number 22, Clara Elliott. coming in for the extra point.
Ball will be up and good.
And good.
It is 48-7.
Clara got a nice round of applause, too, for the
Good for her.
extra point.
5:08 remaining. We'll take a break for 30 seconds here on News Radio WJPF.
Ladies and gentlemen, we do have the 50-50 raffle winning number. Final pot was $795, bringing the total to $398 for the take-home amount. Winning number is a red ticket, 999721. Again, a red ticket, 999721. The winners to make their way immediately to the 50-50 table. Here's concession. Thank you for supporting Carterville Lions.
48-7 is our score with 5:08 remaining in this game. Harrisburg, let's update some scores from around the region. DuQuoin over Anna Jonesboro, a final 42-13. Murphy shutting out Harrisburg this evening, 33-0. Still a third quarter score.
And that's at Harrisburg.
That's at Harrisburg. Benton, 28-14 over West Frankfort. So here is the kickoff for the Patriots. Good kick. Out to about the 15-yard line. It's taken there and trying to get to the outside for the Lions. Is that Luke Johnson on the return?
31, Hayden Harrell.
Harrell on the return. So that starts the clock back up. Lions have it. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. We'll talk with Coach Brett Dow coming up in our post-game show brought to you by IBEW Local 702. We'll name our Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating Player of the Game.
Andy Johnson back, set up in the shotgun again. Quarterback.
Amon Cozy, the running back. 2 receivers to the right, 2 split out to the left. Johnson from the shotgun takes the snap. Quick pass out to the far side. It's caught out there by Swallers. Swallers gets about 4 yards on that, maybe 5. So it's going to be a 2nd down and 5 for the Lions.
He got bottled up, but he was following his block from Hayden Harrell out there. Hayden helped get a little bit of a push on the defense, and Aiden just sat right behind him and took the 4 yards that were given to him.
Out to the 29-yard line.
Good pass. Again, you're going to be a Carterville quarterback. You've got to be able to catch the snap, turn, and pop that ball out there to your receiver. Get it to the edge quickly.
And he does that. It's the give to Cozy. Avoids one defender. Cuts it back up. Out across the 35 to the 40. Has a blocker in front of him. Across midfield to the 45 of Massac County. What a good run and great downfield blocking by the Carterville receivers to get the ball into Patriot territory.
I was going to say the same thing. We talk about your success a lot of times on that screen pass. It depends upon your blockers on the edge. But on a long play like that, a long run, you've got to have some help downfield. And Drake Happy had a fantastic block. Locked in with his man. Didn't really try to do too much. It wasn't like he was pushing the kid down the field. He just stayed in front of him and occupied him and gave Cozy enough room to get some extra yards on that. Really nice job for your downfield blocking and a good run.
In hockey, they would call that interference. Nice pass out inside the 40-yard line. Intended receiver and caught there by Drake Cappy. Clock continues to roll. 2:20 remaining. So it is 2nd down and about 4 for the Lions.
Again, get it out to your receiver quickly. He catches it and takes the yard that you can get.
2nd and 5 officially from the 39. Carterville taking their time as they break the huddle. Under 2 to play. 48-7 is our score. Carterville fans in the student section making some noise here on senior night. And I think somebody jumped offside for the Patriots.
I think it was offensive, wasn't it? Yes.
Motion, okay.
We had a couple of receivers on the far side. I think they got a little anxious out there and took off before the ball was snapped. But with 1:26 to go, second down, repeat the down. I'm not sure that we'll run another play. It may be time to clock it. Yeah, when you got the reset on the clock. This is the last one.
So 48-7 is our score with 60 seconds remaining. And this will be the last play of the game. Carterville is going to improve to 6-1 on the season. Lions take the knee. That's it. 48-7 will be the final score. We may have to run one more play. Literally by about a half a second between the difference.
You know what? You can just take the delay game at this point in time.
There you go. That's it.
They did snap it and sit on it anyway.
48-7, the final score. Stay with us. Our IBEW Local 702 postgame show is coming up next. Lions win it on News Radio WJPF.
I think I heard the canning go.
We hope to see you next week at Murfreesboro as the Lions take on the Red Devils. Once again, next week's game will be at Murfreesboro.
So what do you think? Player of the game? Skelch, Wake?
They both did a nice job. Our defensive line did a really nice job tonight. I felt like we just annihilated the quarterback, and they didn't really have much of a chance because of the pressure from our front four, front five guys. But Wakey had a very good game. 2 nice receptions for touchdowns, good plays. Defensively, almost killed a man. Got the cannon going off.
48-7, the final score. Carterville now 6-1 on the season as they knock off the Massac County Patriots this evening. Carterville now 2-1 in conference. Harrisburg is 2-1 in conference. Murfreesboro 3-0 in conference. And Carterville playing for a share of the conference title next Friday night on the road at Murphy.
Absolutely, hoping to spoil Murphy's chances of that undefeated conference title. Want to take from them. Murfreesboro's guaranteed a share of it, but Carterville wants a piece too.
Absolutely. 28-0 the score here after the end of the first quarter. Carterville had scored on a 2-yard touchdown run from Bishing, a 54-yard touchdown pass from Skelcher to Emerson Doan, a touchdown pass from Skelcher to Wakey, and an 18-yard run from Luke Johnson. And at the end of the first, it was 28-0. In the second, the Lions scored 20 more points. 42-yard pass from Skelcher to Wakey, 43-yard run for Chance Myers, and a 19-yard pass from Skelcher to Wakey. Wakey, just an outstanding game tonight. 3 touchdown catches.
He did have 3 catches.
He did
for
have
touchdowns.
3.
That's very good.
So outstanding. It was 48-0 at the end of the half. Massac did score with 5:08 remaining in the game, a 12-yard touchdown for the Patriots. 48-7 the final score. Let's go on and name our Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating Player of the Game. We've got a lot of candidates. You talked about the defensive line. They lived in the backfield of Massac in the first half. Skelcher, another stellar performance from the quarterback. But I think we ought to go with Mr. Wakey. He had a great game tonight. And,
yeah, he did. He helped open up the scoring in that first quarter. We already had a decent lead, and once he catches that touchdown pass, it was game over. Really nice catch and run on the far side, middle of second quarter. And then, again, defensively, he hit hard tonight. I really felt like he was one of those guys, and he was part of that defensive line that was in the backfield wreaking havoc.
Braden Wakey, our Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating Player of the Game, keeping you comfortable no matter what the weather is. Punctual service, 5-star satisfaction, and experience from over 40 years in the business. Braden Wakey, our Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating Player of the Game. We're going to go on and take another break here on our IBEW Local 702 post-game show. We'll be talking with the coach of the Carterville Lions coming up in just a couple of minutes here on News Radio WJPF. Hey, go on and run out our commercials, whatever you need to do. And that way when Coach gets up here, we can get out when we're done with him. Hey, everybody online, thanks for watching. Yes, please. Thank you.
Expecting vampires up here later? What is this?
Apparently.
Big wooden stake hidden behind that. Good win, Coach.
40-0, Murphy. 40-0, Murphy. I did not stutter. Welcome back. Happy Friday to you. Happy senior night for the Carterville Lions. They win at 48-7 this evening over the Massac County Patriots. Coach Brett Dial joins us here on our John A. Logan Coaches Show. Coach did what you needed to do, took care of business, got out quick, and Lions get the win tonight.
Right. I mean, you just got to go and set the tone and did what we needed to do.
Hoping we can draw some parallels from earlier in the year. We had the near loss at West Frankfort, came back and won that one, and then just slugged the Heron all over the field. And then the next week we really had a battle. Look back a week, we had some struggles last week. This week we took care of business here with Massac County, but you got a battle on your hands coming up. And I know you're not gonna go home and take the night off. You're probably gonna start thinking about the next game when you walk out of this booth, is my guess.
Well, the first thing I'm going to do is try to warm up. Maybe
a little chilly out there.
Light a candle, have a pumpkin spice latte or something. I don't know. But,
get you a turtleneck.
No. Well, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
It got a little chilly on us tonight. It's that first cool game of the year. But, yeah, you're right. We'll go home, and the first thing we'll do is we're going to break down this film. I always like to put this one to bed before going on to the next one. And, tomorrow I'm going to take a little bit of time in the morning and go enjoy the softball and baseball state championship games up in Centralia for the junior high. And really where I'll start going to work is Sunday morning. And we've already done a little bit of we know what we've done to them the last couple of years. And, I'm sure they're going to be hungry for us. And we've kind of had their number the last couple of years. And sounds like they won tonight. So that game.
Coach, let's talk about your junior high teams. You got two your baseball and softball team playing for state championships tomorrow. You have cross country boys and girls that are going to state next weekend. You, as an athletic director, and you look down at the lower levels, you've got to be a happy camper when you see what freshmen you've got coming in next year and the year after.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of cool tonight where we had our senior night recognition and honor and recognize those guys and all those athletes and band members for all their hard work in our programs throughout junior high and throughout high school. And then as they were walking off the field, on comes the next wave, and it's just kind of a great sign for the athletic program that there's it's just the next man up, and it is like that on football, and it's like that with our sports as well. That we've got some groups here that have done some great work and they're not done yet. But we've also got some kids coming up that are having a lot of success and will continue our tradition of excellence. So it's a great time to be a Lion for sure.
Getting back to this game, so we can have a few comments on this one. Felt like we hit some screen passes tonight, and those took off. So that was a good improvement over last week. And we talked a lot about our defensive line was all over their quarterback. I mean, I honestly thought that Braden Wakey killed him at one point in time.
Well, I thought that, one of the things that Coach Charles and I talked a lot throughout the week, I felt like maybe we were maybe not as aggressive maybe last week as we had been the previous, 2 or 3 weeks. And I thought we needed to get a little bit of swagger back and kind of get off the ball and get after him a little bit. And I definitely saw that. I thought he called a good game, had a good game plan, and I thought our kids played pretty physical on defense.
Yeah.
Coach, you wrap up 4 games at home. That's it for the home season, and now we head out for the final 2, Murphy
Absolutely.
and Anna Jonesboro.
Try to find a way to get another one at home.
Yeah, absolutely right.
Yeah.
Right on. It's one at a time, and we've been playoff eligible with the 5th win, and tonight we clinched it. So we are in now for sure, no matter what, and we're going to play that Week 10 game, and now we've got into a place that's going to be hopping. They're going to be 7-0. They're playing for a conference championship. It's their senior night. Give them another storyline. I don't know, but that place is going to be rocking. I'm sure Mr. Navarro is going to be spinning the tunes up in the press box. And like I said, I look forward to it, and that's why we play the game. We play the game for those fights and those battles, and I look forward to a hard week of preparation, a hard week of work, and a great ball game next Friday night.
Congratulations.
Thanks, guys.
48-7, the final score here tonight as the Lions take care of business against Massac County next Friday night on the road at Doc Bendini Field there at Murfreesboro. 6:45 pregame show. 7 o'clock will be kickoff. Anything to add?
Let's go have a fun game next week. It's going to be a big week at school. I think the kids are going to be pumped up. Coaches are going to be pumped up. And like he said, you can't write a better storyline than what you got.
Absolutely. We'll have pregame coverage starting at 6:45 next Friday night from Murfreesboro. For Jacob back at the studio, for my broadcast partner Keenan Clark, I'm Dave McKenzie. Lions win it 48-7.